Fromage frais. It's me again, and in this one, I'm having a go on these. And these are Quorn Sausage Patties. And there is the traffic lights. And we have got 2 greens and 2 ambers there. Now, these are just 168 grams worth. Can you see that? We'll come back to that because I have a theory. 168. Right, so as usual, no soy. Allergens are egg, milk, wheat and barley. And we have got 127 calories per 100 grams. Right, now let's get to how much I paid and then I'll discuss my theory. Now, these cost 168 grams, £2.55. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. £2.55 for 168 grams? Are you having a laugh? Now, to be fair, I say that, I must pick these up when they're on offer because I have had these. It's unusual for me because I normally only review stuff I haven't had before. But I have had these quite a few times, although I haven't had them for a fairly long time, probably getting on for a year, I would have thought. I don't think I've had them since I started the channel, so it's at least a year. But I do remember what they're like and they are pretty good. Now, let's get on to my theory. I have mentioned this theory in the past. It's not a theory anyway. It happens. We know it happens. The gimmick factor. These food manufacturers, these food companies, they apply the gimmick factor to their products. They slightly alter them a certain way and they can massively increase the profit margin. So, the theory is, these are sausage patties. So have they simply taken Quorn sausages, right, changed the shape of them, i.e. made them into these are really small, by the way, really thin. I was quite surprised when I first saw these. And I'll get one out in a minute if I remember. Have they just got all the ingredients they use for their sausages, and instead of making a sausage with it, they've made a square sausage patty with it? Now, here is the gimmick factor, right? Because this is 168 grams for £2.55. That's Morrison's. Other places I saw online, £2.65. 168 grams. Quorn sausages, you can pick up a 504 gram bag. So what's that, about 3 times this? Yeah, it's about 3 times this, right? For £2.99, for another 44 pence more. You can get a whole bag of Quorn sausages. But are they the same? This is it, right? Now, I have had a look on the back or at the nutritional information and the ingredients. The ingredients look similar. The nutritional information is a little bit different, so they're not exactly the same. So the calories on this is 127 per 100, and I think on the sausages it was getting up towards 200. So there is a difference, but overall there ain't got to be that much difference. They just said, right, let's take that out and add a bit of that, put a bit more salt in, add a bit more pepper. Right, instead of rolling it into a sausage, let's put it into a square patty and we'll charge 3 times as much. Without a doubt, this has had the gimmick factor applied to it. So for example of other things, like they especially do it with kids stuff. So they might get standard chicken nuggets or something, which they'll charge £1 for. But if they make them into dinosaur shapes, they can sell them for £2.50 for the same weight. That's the gimmick factor. That's what I'm getting at. Without a doubt, the gimmick factor applies to this. Right, let's get them out so I can show you, because when you see them, you've got to go, oh, yeah, the old gimmick factor's definitely applied there. God, blimey, even worse than I remember. Oh, they're not square, they're round. Look how thin they are, though. They're as thick as me finger. Is that focusing? They're really thin. They are so thin. I mean, a quarter pounder is 113 grams. So 2 of these is 84 grams. You nearly need 3 of these to equal a quarter pounder for £2.55. Gimmick factor. What do you guys think? Am I barking up the wrong tree? Or are these food companies really gimmicking foods up just so they can maximise profits, just so they can inject some interest? They might have a tired old product they've had for years, and there's been a competition come into the market and that's taken a big chunk of the market away. So they have a big board meeting and they get the head of the food manager in or whatever. Right, how can we inject some gimmick factor into this product? How can we get... And they'll just do something to it which adds in the gimmick factor, and it'll either increase sales or they'll be able to put the profit up on it because it's a slightly different product. So yeah, that is basically a little thin old burger, 4 of them for £2.55. But I can tell you, they are pretty good. They do taste good. So what I'm going to do, I have got some Quorn sausages in my freezer. I'm going to cook one of them up. I'm going to do these probably in... I've got some Morrison's cheese rolls. So I'm going to probably do a double stacker. I think that's red Leicester cheese on. Melt some red Leicester cheese on while they're in the oven. Fried egg. Oh, lovely old jubbly. And then I'll keep one or half of one back, and then I'll try it against the Quorn sausage and see how much taste difference there is. Right, guys, I think it's time to fire up the oven and get some gimmick factor on the plate. Okay, guys, here it is. Here are the sausage patties in buns. So I've got a single stacker and a double stacker. Like I say, fried egg, and 2 of them with cheese on. Red Leicester, no sauce. I don't fancy tomato sauce. I'd like brown sauce in that. I ain't got any, so I'd rather eat it like this than put other sauce in there. Right, here we go. So there it is. Look at that. It looks good. Let's have a go on it. I ain't never had them like this before. Not with an egg in it. They are good. They are good. They're really good. Just too much money. Right, okay. Let's have a little taste on these two now. Is there any difference? Well, there's a difference on the ingredients, and that I must admit that does taste a bit more peppery. So there's definitely more pepper in there. Right, let's try this first. So there it is. It's just like a really thin burger. Not much in it. There's hardly any taste difference. It's just got a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more going on with this one. Not much though. But they've literally took this product, like I said before, took this out, added that, put a bit more of that in, add some more pepper in. Instead of rolling it out into a sausage, do it into a flat burger type patty, and we'll charge 3 times as much. Bob, what are you doing? Yes, I understand production costs will be higher because obviously the amount of sausages they churn out is probably 50, 100 times more than they'll make of these. So it's going to be, they're set up to do sausages, not necessarily set up so much to do these. But does it warrant 3 times the money? I don't think so. So there's a massive gimmick factor involved in that. It's a good product, but yeah, let me have one more bite and then I'll give my score. They do make a nice change from a burger patty. Veggie Matt, have you tried these, mate? What do you think of them? I reckon you'll like these. But you got to pick them up when they're on offer. I have had these a few times before, but I only ever pick them up when they're on offer. I'm not paying £2.55 for them. It's too much money. I'd rather pick up a pack of quarter pounders for a similar price and get more product for it. So, for that reason, they're being too greedy on the money front. So I wouldn't buy them again at that price. They are tasty, but I wouldn't buy them again because they're too much money. I think 7.5 is a fair score for it. Because, as we know, if you follow the channel, to get an 8, it's got to be tasty. Yes, it's tasty. Would you buy it again? No, I wouldn't, so it's got to be below an 8. So I think 7.5 is a fair score for that because it is a good product. It's just too much money. But the good thing is, all these supermarkets and that, especially now, because I think interest in these products is starting to wane a bit. So they're always rotating like deals on them, always. So you just hold tight, wait for them to come on offer, half price, 2 for 1 or whatever. So they might do like 2 for £3 or something. Get them then. They're worth £1.50 a box. They are worth £1.50 a box all day long. Because what they're playing at here is there any other company doing that? making their sausage, basically their sausage, into a burger patty. I don't know of any other company doing it. So they're doing it, and they're the first to do it, so they can charge a bit of a premium for it. Right, there we are, guys. Now, we've got a really interesting question coming up with this, and this absolutely blew my socks off. All three answers blew my socks off. So yeah, that's coming up after I give these two a treat. Right, guys, there we go. That is another Fast Broken Buyer food review. Thanks for watching, and I hope you join me and old Boo Boo here, the Custard Kid, again soon on another video. Take care, guys. Right, here we go, Boo Boo. Oh no, Bob. Oh dear, Bob ain't got a treat in here. You'll have yours in a bit, Bob. He's got a tiny little bit in here. He ain't gonna be happy. He did get some cheese when I was matting them though, when Boo Boo was outside. You didn't hear that, Boo Boo. So you can't complain, Bob. You actually got a couple of lumps of cheese. So I'll get you one in a minute. Right, out of the way, Bob. Boo Boo. That's it, good lad. Oh, there we go. That's off and running, Boo Boo. And when it come back, it's going to land on the answer to this, what I think is a really interesting question. And the question is, during the year to July 2014, how many tons of sausages, tons, so like 1 ton is roughly the size of a small family car, or it used to be, like a Fiesta or something. You can't call a Fiesta a family car. Old, like a 1990s Fiesta would have weighed around about a ton. So during the year to July 2014, how many tons, Fiestas, of sausages were consumed by Brits in the home? So this is just in the home, not out eating in restaurants or anything, just how many tons we ate in our home. I couldn't believe it. Right, is it A, 81,853 tons? And this is 2014, when the population was a lot smaller. 81,853 tons. Or was it B, 131,853 tons? Or was it C, 181,853 tons of bloomin' sausages? Good heck, Boo Boo. Blimey. Wow. When I first saw that, I thought, that can't be right. That can't be right. And then when I divided the population by the answer, it did fall into line how much we'd eat, like in a whole year. And I thought, yeah, that does add up. But crikey, that sound wrong. Right, there we are, guys. If you knew the answer to that, well done, guys. And get in the comments, let me know. And if you've had this product, what do you think about it? What do you think about the gimmick factor? Get in the comments, let me know, guys. Catch you on the next one.